Are you scrolling through videos, swiping from one to the next, but nothing really lands? You know you are looking for something, you can feel it, but it never quite feels like they are talking to you. It feels the same way life sometimes feels. Not searching for advice exactly, but searching for something that settles you emotionally. Something that feels like it meets you where you are. Then a video appears. It makes you smile. You pause. You actually watch. For a moment, something softens, and then it ends. So you keep scrolling, still unsatisfied, until something interesting happens. Another video appears. Another smile. And suddenly you think, yes, the algorithm gets me. Finally picked up what I like. More of this starts coming through. And for a few minutes, you feel good. Calm/seen. That experience is not random, and it is not just technology. It is the clearest modern example of how the law of attraction actually works. Most people think the law of attraction is about thinking positive thoughts to get good things, but that is not how it functions in real life. Law of attraction is not listening to your words. It is responding to your attention. Your phone does not care what you say you want. It pays attention to what you stop on, what you replay, what you react to emotionally, and what holds your focus for more than a second. Life works the same way. The law of attraction responds to what you give your attention to, especially emotionally. Not what you wish was different, not what you say you want, but what you consistently focus on. Attention is energy, and emotion is amplification. What you linger on grows. This is not because the universe is judging you. It is because matching is neutral. Like attracts like. Energy attracts similar energy. If you constantly focus on what is not working, your attention feeds that pattern. If you constantly focus on what feels heavy, frustrating, or unfair, the law of attraction matches you with more experiences that feel the same way. Not as punishment, but as feedback. This is where many people get confused and discouraged. They think something is wrong with them because they feel bad. But feeling bad does not mean you are broken. It means you are focused on something that does not feel good to you. Your emotions are not the problem. They are the indicator. Just like the algorithm notices when you pause longer on a certain type of content, life notices where your emotional attention lingers. And here is where we need to slow down, because this is the line everyone hears, but almost no one actually understands. You constantly hear this phrase, you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are tuned into. It sounds right. People nod, people agree, and then they keep scrolling. Because it sounds wise, but it does not actually explain anything. The next question is always the same. How do I tune? I am saying affirmations. I am thinking positive thoughts. Nothing is changing. So let us make this practical. Think about your phone again. You do not tune your phone by telling it what you want. You do not sit there saying, please show me better videos. You do not repeat phrases to it. You tune it through your behavior. You pause, you watch, you rewatch, you smile, you scroll past. That is tuning. Your phone learns from what you actually do, not from what you hope will happen. Law of attraction works the same way. You are not tuning with words. You are tuning with emotional attention. If you say you want peace, but most of your emotional attention is on stress, urgency, and fixing things, you are tuned into stress. Not because you chose it consciously, but because that is where your attention keeps returning. If you say you want abundance, but your emotional focus keeps looping back to worry, lack, or comparison, that is the signal you are sending. This is not blame, it is clarity. Your emotions are showing you exactly what you are tuned into. Affirmations do not work when they are only words. Your phone would not change its feed because you typed "show me happy videos" into a notes app. It changes when your behavior changes. Your emotions are behavior in energetic form. They are attention with weight. So when people say you attract what you are tuned into, what they really mean is this. You attract more of what you emotionally rehearse. What you keep thinking about, what you keep checking, what you keep reacting to, what you keep telling stories about. That is the tuning dial. And here's the part that usually brings relief. You do not need to tune perfectly. You do not need to feel amazing. You do not need to jump from despair to joy. You only need to shift your attention slightly, just like scrolling. One pause is enough to change the feed. One moment of relief is enough to shift momentum. Relief is alignment. This is where people miss how gentle the process actually is. You do not need the perfect video to change your mood. One that is just a little better is enough to shift the feed. One pause, one smile, one moment of interest. Life responds the same way. The law of attraction does not need perfection. It responds to momentum. When your attention shifts, even slightly, momentum shifts. And now we need to clear up something very important. Your desires are not being ignored. Every time you have asked for something through preference, contrast, or longing, the answer was yes. It has already been approved. There's no waiting period for approval. What you are waiting on is alignment. It is sitting there, ready, waiting for you to allow it to come to you. Allowance does not mean effort. It means not arguing with the absence of it, not fixating on the lack of it, not emotionally feeding the distance between where you are and where you want to be. Think of it like placing an order online. Once the order is confirmed, refreshing the tracking page every 5 minutes does not make it arrive faster. It just creates tension. Law of attraction works the same way. Your job is not to force delivery. Your job is to stay available to receive. Availability is emotional. When you are relaxed, present, and open, you are available. When you are tense, worried, or obsessed, you are not. That's why people often receive what they want when they stop trying so hard. Not because they gave up, but because they stopped resisting. Attention feeds experience. If you keep checking what is missing, you keep matching with missing. If you start noticing what feels slightly better, you begin matching with more of that. This is not about ignoring reality. It is about not letting reality dominate your emotional focus. You can acknowledge where you are without living there emotionally. That is alignment. The law of attraction is always responding. It does not pause. It does not decide later. It is matching you in real time, based on your focus. That is why awareness matters more than effort. The moment you notice how something feels, you gain choice. You can stay there, or you can gently move toward something that feels a little better. No forcing, no fixing, no pretending. And here is the quiet truth most people miss. What you are looking for is not hiding from you. It is not testing you. It is waiting for you to be in the state that matches its frequency. Meaning, if you emotionally feel like you have received already what you want, it matches the vibration of it and arrives instantly. The more you understand that, the less you fight life, and the more life starts to meet you where you are. This is not magic. It is not mystical. It is simply how matching works. Attention attracts more of itself. And once you see that clearly, you stop trying to control outcomes and start choosing where you place your focus. That is where everything begins to change.